While here in Maui, we decided to head up to Haleakala National Park. We decided to summit today, and we pick a weekday, and we're heading out around 9 o'clock in the morning. We opted out of doing sunrise because we'd have to probably get up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and drive all the way up to the summit in the dark, which we really didn't want to do. And I'm so glad that we didn't. So anyway, we left South Kihei at 9 a.m. and the roads are just gorgeous. The weather's beautiful and the scenery is fantastic. So as soon as we get into Haleakala National Park, the first thing we do is head into the visitor center, and that's where we like to find out what's going on up here, the things we'd like to see. We find out about all the flora and fauna. One plant that really caught our attention was the Haleakala silver sword. The rare Haleakala silver sword can be found growing only one place on Earth, and that's the Haleakala volcano. The silver sword lives for about 10 to 15 years and was almost wiped out due to excited tourists and hungry cattle, but is now protected by the national park. Silver swords have a distinct and photogenic appearance and have acclimated to the unique environment on top of Haleakala. Their silver leaves act as storage vessels for water and angle in to create an internal reflector oven which focuses sunlight on the plant's central growing point. Before dying, they send up flowering stalks which grow up to 6 feet tall in a few weeks and produces hundreds of flowering heads. After being pollinated, the silver sword dies and the cycle begins anew. You can enjoy viewing this unique plant and know that while protected now, once it was almost just a legend. Haleakala National Park itself encompasses over 30,000 acres of public land around the volcano, in which an endless array of adventure awaits. The park is not only home to rare and indigenous plants and animals, backcountry hikes, lush jungle waterfalls, and jaw-dropping beaches, but also the star of vast amounts of Hawaiian history, both ancient and modern. Well, while we're driving up to the summit, let me tell you about the House of the Sun, which is the beginning of Haleakala's history. Haleakala, or House of the Sun in Hawaiian, receives its name from a famous Polynesian legend. In it, the mischievous demigod Maui and his hard-working mother, Haina, lived on Hawaii, Big Island. Their days were governed by La, the sun god, as he decided when there was light or darkness. When there was light, Maui spent his time fishing and Haina on household work. One day, Haina was working on making a special cloth made of tree bark called kapa, which needed to be dried completely in the sun. La frequently slept in, thus shortening their days, and Haina was unable to dry her cloth. She complained to her son, and he decided to do something about it. Maui made a long, strong rope out of woven coconut fiber and climbed in darkness to the top of Haleakala. When La finally appeared, late as usual, in a dazzling display of glorious light, Maui lassoed the god and tied him to a nearby tree. La, trapped and helpless, begged to be released. Maui demanded more light every day in trade for his freedom. Finally, the two reached a deal, and the Hawaiian Islands received their additional sunlight. To this day, Haleakala is Wa'aka'u, a sacred place of the gods. Sunrise at Haleakala is a must for any Maui vacation. Be sure to plan ahead to reach the summit in time and dress warmly as temperatures can reach freezing. We're up here on the summit of Haleakala, and again, like I said, we picked a fantastic day to come up. The weather is quite a bit cooler and a sweater was necessary to put on. And it's really funny because it takes a few minutes for your body to acclimate to the height that you're in. I had to sit down for about 5 minutes or so. I actually felt dizzy all the way up here on the summit when we were walking up into the tower where you can view the scenery. I really felt lightheaded and a little disoriented. with the elevation. And it took me about 5 minutes to get myself acclimated to the height, and then after that I was fine. But the views up here are incredible, just beautiful. And then on our way down from the top of Haleakala, we stopped at a few different places. One of them was Hosmer's Grove, which is definitely worth stopping into. You've also got the Lavender Farm and Ocean Vodka. So we made a whole day of being in upcountry, as it's known in this area. And the scenery, again, is just spectacular, as you can see with the photos. So in our next video, we will explore Hosmer's Grove. We'll also discover Ocean Vodka and the Lavender Farm. So stay tuned. So once you summit Haleakala, there is another visitor center way up on the top. And if you're into collecting your national park stamps like we are, you can actually collect an additional park stamp that's known as the summit stamp. And they also give you a certificate that you summited the Haleakala, which is really cool. Plus you've got some really nice indoor viewing areas. You've been road tracking with Ro and Lo. I hope you enjoyed our segment on Haleakala National Park as much as we did. And if you did, please do subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and happy travels.